supposed to be doing this. I should be sleeping right now, and tomorrow I have school. But what if the next full moon, or the full moon closest to December 21st, which is when the moon, when it is full and visible, that's when it is the highest in the sky, and it will be in the same position as the sun would be on June 21st. So it's like they have replaced themselves. So I feel like that's a very special time, and I'm just trying to make use of this special moment, because I don't often get to do this, and my heart is beating because my parents could find out that I'm not in the house, and I have no idea if they're checking on me or not, but I'm pretty sure they can track me, because I'm sure that if they are wondering, that they can check by going on Google Maps and seeing where I am, I guess. But everything's empty. I brought my bubbler because we are there's currently a very dry and windy weather pattern happening right now, and I like to call it the atmospheric riverbed. Now there's already something called an atmospheric river, but what I call an atmospheric riverbed is the opposite. It is a dry, clear, cloudless spell, and the only thing that is similar is that there is a strong wind blowing, but this time it's not really as strong of a wind. And now atmospheric rivers, we get up to like 60 miles per hour, and this time it's like around 30 miles per hour, upper 20s. Oh God, I'm shivering. So I just wanted to, I'm gonna show you around town. And I don't think I need to press the cross button because there are no cars. And even though at this time there could be people speeding all over the place. But yeah, here's my poplar. I brought my poplar because it displays the most visual appearance when the wind is blowing. Yeah, but no one else is out here. I keep my hood down so that people don't think I'm going to rob a store, which that's not my intention. But like, I've never been out here ever like that before. That's a full moon. I don't know why, but the stores are still look like they're open, but they're not. They can't be. I don't understand, like nobody's in here. wires chattering. Oh God. But yeah, I am now able to walk in the road. So this is what my hometown looks like in the middle of the night. And oh God, it's like in the low 50s right now. It's not super cold, but it is considered chilly. And then the extremely dry weather we're having, it's probably making it feel colder. I feel bad for this Chinese pistache. Does it get spoiled by this light? I don't know. I don't see any actively growing branches surrounding that. But along this road, towards the end of this road, there is a sycamore that is getting spoiled because there is a lamp that is lit 24/7, 365, and it makes the branches around the light keep their leaves get really late fall colors, and then they break dormancy really early, even though the temperature doesn't change. The temperature may be cold, and it may go through nights of 32 degrees, but the light, so that one little area is just very confused. You can see all these lit up areas of foliage. I wonder what the sycamores think of that. Especially right there, that's a bright, bright light. Those two bright lights are right next to sycamores, and I don't know how long these lights are on for, but if they're on for this much of the night, but yeah, sure enough, they must surely be spoiling the twigs around them. So we haven't experienced many strong, notable gusts of wind. There's a truck driving by. It's going into the parking lot. Yeah, it's turning towards me. And now, I guess it's just parking. Yeah, it's a very interesting experience. And it'll be interesting when, after I post this on YouTube, because my mom, I don't know, I shouldn't talk about my personal life, but it'll be interesting what how my mom reacts when she watches this. The fire station is to my right. And I strategically put together the quietest outfit I have. Quietest pants, quietest shoes, quietest sweater. But the loudest tree I have is my poplar, my cottonwood. And you can see I'm not shaking it. You can still hear some of the leaves smacking against each other. So there's a generator running over there that spoils the silence. Also, something funny. So, oh god, I have to block the license plate. So, this truck has been parked right over this parking line right above my middle finger for months. It's not moved. I don't know why, but like it's just been hogging those 2 parking spaces for months. Yeah, strange. Oh, shall we go to the park? That would be nice. We can go to the park. Now all these lights are significantly spoiling my vision and the exposure that my eyes can see at. But the park should be very dark. I am not tired at all. I was tired before I came up with this crazy idea that I should film a video in the middle of the night and post it on YouTube. Here's the full moon. Here's a Liriodendron tulipiferia. I think that's what the scientific name of a tulip tree is. Yeah, but there's a tulip. And then here, can you see those blinking green lights? Those are electric disposal bins. There's I don't know how that works. How do you manage an electric recycling or electric garbage can? But look at that. It's very interesting. And I don't know. There is one recycling and one trash bin. But I have absolutely no idea why they are electric. It doesn't make any sense. Someone tell me how this works. How? So strange. Electric. And they have solar panels, look at that. And they might be getting like 0.1% some energy from the full moon. And yeah. Interesting. The tennis courts are open. And I'm not using any high exposure. This is actually how bright it is outside. Literally, I'm not joking. It's not just my phone. Oh, my knuckles. The water from the soil in around my poplar is getting on my knuckles, and it's magnifying the sensation of air blowing against it. That is like 52 degrees Fahrenheit. So yeah, my knuckles are cold and very cold. Here's another tulip tree. You can see the bark moderately well in this kind of lighting. Very interesting. I've never seen things like this before. My eyes are opening to a new way of seeing things. Yeah. And now that I'm the only one, I'm the only soul in this whole city. And by that, I also mean the houses along this hill. Now, there aren't any on the top, but there is like some halfway up the hill, quite over there, especially the district. The neighborhood district of El. I'm not going to say the name. I shouldn't. I should not reveal the location, but there is a neighborhood district over there that goes almost like all the way to the top of the ridge, where I will show you, I think on November 2nd. I was just itching my ear, that there's a lot of Lombardy poplars, up there on the ridge, and then they're right next to a farm with like llamas and all sorts of animals. There's llamas. Yeah, but I just realized this is the first time I've had this thought, but like, what if no one maintained the grass here? They let it grow, they let everything flower, and then it would look like a beautiful meadow. There's a nice birch tree here. It's a silver birch. This tree is native to northern Europe. It gets way colder over there than here, but I guess it can tolerate our Mediterranean temperate winters. It's not very keen on hot summers, and birches don't really live that long. This isn't a really old birch, and also an ancient birch is probably like 80 years old, you know? So, unlike most trees. I don't know. I mean, birches can get really huge, but they're not very long-lived. But this is Betula pendula, and the second scientific name of it, the pendula part of the scientific name, pendula does not mean silver in Latin. It probably was given that because of the way the branches curve down and droop and hang like a pendulum. That is almost certainly, it has to be why it is called Betula pendula. Yeah, but sometimes birches can be watch poplars too. There's a horror movie called The Birch. I've seen the preview of it only, but it wasn't the eyes that were the creepy part, but you know, it was still a tree causing mysterious disappearances. This is birch spirits, but yeah, interesting that they would make a tree like a scary thing. Like, I mean, especially a tree that kind of actually looks kind of scary. This pale bark, ghostly, and yeah, it does have eyes. They're usually birch eyes, not very striking, I guess, as poplar eyes. And not every poplar forms, not every poplar is able to have really crazy looking eyes, because like I think like most, well, as far as I know, at least a third of all poplars have rough bark. If I was to make a more simpler guess, I would guess it's a half and half ratio of poplars that have smooth bark and poplars that have rough bark. Here's the lawn of the park, and then there's a linden tree. This is the only linden I've ever seen anywhere near my house. This is the one and only linden tree I've ever seen in my life. And I'll show you how to identify it. Yeah. I think I might show you kind of like all around. So, a linden, where's the linden seeds? They're kind of interesting. Maybe there's some over here. Yeah. So here is the little seeds, and then these are not leaves, these are wings, but they are fed from veins, just like a leaf, except they have a different kind of plant material. And the wing does not really fall off of the stems, even though all that skinny looking stem is kind of precarious. But the wing, in the best case scenario, I mean, sometimes they break off and the seeds just fall straight down to the ground, but in the best case scenario of dispersing seeds on a linden tree is when the seeds on the stems with the wing break off all in one piece, and the wing allows it to helicopter spin and get caught in the wind and blown. Through the air and somewhere far away, depending on the strength of the wind. But it probably would spin like a one-bladed helicopter. Except when plants do that, they're a lot more successful, because plant helicopters are so much better than actual helicopters. Yeah, but you know, it's too bad so much light here. It's really spoiling me. Oh god. But yeah, I just realized like these like electric recycling bins are just everywhere. Crazy. I don't think this needs to be a shorter video. I feel like it's fair that my first time experience can be the longest video. You can even see Orion. Orion is slowly getting higher in the sky. Yeah. Maybe I can make it to the BART station. Not like I'm trying to get anywhere away from home. I'm just trying to have some quality time to myself. And, you know, I wake up at 8 a.m. So I can see why everyone is gonna say that I'm not doing myself any favors. Well, there's no really real benefit of staying up and sneaking out of your house on a school night and wandering around town all night making a YouTube video. There's another generator right there. I guess generators are one of the things that stand out in the night. I guess that's why it seems to have some significance. As I am always pointing them out, I noticed, yeah, also there's interesting lights here. It's interesting when I walk, it's interesting being able to walk in the dead center of the road and not see any cars for half an hour. They're, in action, I guess. But this is very interesting. I really like this lack of attention. This is the time of day when I enjoy personal time. There's the gas station. Very, very bright. I wonder, I mean, because a gas station has to be, like, working up and running, like, the whole night, because, like, people can be, like, driving from, like, there's a sewer somewhere, and I smell the chemical sulfur. But I just reassure myself that sulfur is that's what volcanoes smell like, and I enjoy this subject of volcanoes. They're cool things. But yeah, those poor trees, they need a dark period. Especially like all those hedges right there. Yeah. So here's that sycamore I was talking about. Oh, God. It's like some of those leaves are probably getting fried. I don't know. Like, what does that mean? These beeping. Isn't that the noise that they make when it's telling you to hurry up? I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. It's a bright light. And this is a London plane tree. Oh. Or it's a sycamore. I don't know. But I feel like the plane trees have broader leaves, and that's what I'm seeing. But the rest of them have more maple-like leaves. And more, thinner and pointier, and these are broad. But that is what I mean by you had one job and you failed moment. I don't know. Or this tree grew here around that light, and I don't know, people just didn't do anything about it. But, you know, I don't know. Yeah, also this is a different kind of sycamore, because all the others have smooth bark all the way to the ground, and this one does not. And it is the same age. So yeah, different kind of sycamore, and very nice root base, I have to say. Yeah, here's the other kind of sycamore, so yeah, very different. This one definitely has fuller foliage, and these ones has, I guess, maybe smaller leaves, and a smoother dark. So I'm quite far away from home. I might walk to this bridge where we have a very nice view of the town. I mean, it's actually technically a city, and it has its own zip code. And I will not say that, obviously, Cape Myrtle. I always thought it had a rural form leaf arrangement, but it actually has an alternate leaf arrangement. I don't know, it just seems like a plant that would have the growth. It seems like it would grow with a rural form leaf arrangement, but it does not. So there's a leaf arrangement. My poplar has a rural form leaf arrangement. It's all random places around the stem. And there's a leaf here. This is probably not actual fall colors, it's just a weak leaf. I don't know what caused the hole to form, but the middle of the leaf started dying. I guess that weakened it. So this leaf, even the stem is yellow. So I mean, if I bend this leaf down, or if I blow on it, it's gonna fall off. And yeah, I'm very, very surprised that there is actually no wind. There is literally no wind. And it said, like, throughout the night, there is going to be a wind advisory because the wind, like, especially on like Mount Diablo and Mount Hamilton, will get up to 65 miles per hour. But, you know, as far as I'm seeing, there is absolutely no wind. It is 0 miles per hour. So yeah. So that's a semi-panoramic view of the Berkeley Hills. Yeah, an interesting experience being able to sneak out of my house and walk under the moonlight. If only there wasn't as much light pollution, it would be so much better. Except the areas with no light pollution are lots of grass, and at this time of the year the grass and all the annuals like thistles and burrs, they are all bone dry, and if you touch them with your clothing, you will take parts of the plant with them, and you will get burrs on your socks and pants, and it will be a hassle to get them off. So I decided not to wander up into the hills because I would probably have an even less time just even trying to find my way home. Because yeah, but anyway, yeah, so that's all for today. This is the Watch Poplars, and I will see you in the next video.